my fight fans. So, Dustin Poirier has come out and said that he is not going to come back to fight MMA, but he would come back to fight boxing against none other than Nate Diaz. So what do we say about that, guys? I actually like it. I will find it very exciting. I would find it very, very fun. You know, because I know some people out there like, oh, why don't you just do MMA? Why don't you just do MMA? What would be the difference? Because these guys are literally going to stand and bang, just like you're going to do on boxing. You're going to stand and bang. None of these guys are going to go for the ground. None of these guys are going to utilize any of their wrestling. None of these guys are going to do any jiu-jitsu. None of these guys are going to even want to do any that much kicking. They could, but they're not really known for that. So why not box? And I don't mind it. I love that fight with Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. That was a fun fight. I would love to see more of that. I know a lot of MMA media and other MMA fighters are not too big on that, especially retired fighters and whatnot. Some retired fighters are actually doing it. But I enjoy it, especially when it's two stand-up fighters who really, really just love throwing their hands. And that is something that you're going to see a lot of if Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz go toe-to-toe with each other. These guys are going to want to throw their hands non-freaking stop. They're going to want to constantly throw blows at each other. These guys were actually supposed to fight, whether it was 2017 through 2017 and 2018 in November in MSG. One, I believe it was Dustin Poirier that pulled out, but there was also speculation that it was Nate Diaz that pulled out just due to the contract issues and negotiation issues, and then the potential that Dustin Poirier was hurt. So the fight fell through. But we all know that would have been a great fight to see. A really great fight to see, because Dustin Poirier is a dog. Dustin Poirier will constantly bring on the pressure and unload with punches and volume punches, and does not back down whatsoever. You know, his real only losses that he ever has, outside of probably being knocked out a few times, maybe against Justin Gaethje, I know he got knocked out, and a few others, but really main the way he loses was always by choke, with Khabib, with Charles Oliveira, and with Islam Makhachev. But nonetheless, he was always in those fights. He was always giving it his very best, and he was always great for striking. And a lot of people did not want to strike with him. That's why a lot of people always went for the choke, because they knew, like, I cannot strike toe-to-toe with this guy because there's no stopping this guy. Now, we all Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz has always been a dog, but Nate Diaz has been away from the game for a while now. He's literally had maybe 2 fights in 2 years, which is not great for him and not great for his age. Like, guy's already 40 years old, so he really needs to do something different in order to really keep himself relevant. Now, he has mentioned that he wants to come back to the UFC, but he says no one's worth coming back for. And it's like, Nate, you're kind of letting your time go. Like, I don't know how much longer you want to do this. I don't know how much longer you want to keep fighting for, but it's a young man's sport. We all know that. And in boxing, not really. We all seen what Bernard Hopkins and George Foreman were able to do. But in the MMA world, you gotta keep yourself relevant, and you gotta keep yourself updated, and you gotta really do your best to do it at a much younger age. Even at age 40, it's still a little past his prime, but I believe Nate Diaz can definitely do it. But anyways, guys, I would love to see this fight take place. I really hope it does. Let me know in the comments if you think it does and who you got winning that fight. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.